So, Kate, I got a question for you.
Yes,
My commercial demo right now, here it is, May 2018. I've got a reference in there to a 2012 Kia Optima spot. It was a great spot. It was a national spot. I'm proud of it. But does that date my demo? Like, how often should I be updating my voiceover demos?
Well, great question. You update your demo when it no longer is current, when it doesn't sound current. So 2012 is dated. It's great that you got the national spot. It's wonderful that you booked that gig, but it doesn't mean maybe part of that belongs on your demo, not the whole blasted thing. It's very funny. I often hear people say, yeah, but I did that. I actually booked that. I got paid for that job. That's nice. It doesn't mean it necessarily belongs on your demo. It's on a case-by-case basis. It's got to be something that sounds current, sounds like a national campaign that's current, that's right now. And it really shows off your personality and what you bring to the table. And that's the key stuff. So I know which one you're speaking of on your demo. Mm-hmm. And if you can cut around it or just use part of that so that it flourishes right into something else and you can get before the 2012, or record another spot that's of that style, of that flavor, of that, and not the same language, all that kind of stuff. Leave the numbers out. You want to avoid numbers on demos as a rule. Numbers change. The brand new 2011 blah, no, it's going to face first into the countdown. Past 2011, it doesn't fly. It already seems dated. It's like the day after Christmas or something,
So do I understand then that you would rather a voice actor have a well-produced custom segment than to cut a segment out of a real piece of work that really wasn't 100%?
Absolutely.
So, Kate, there's really two circumstances, I guess, when we should be looking to update our demos. One is when they don't sound contemporary anymore. And the second is we get better as we do this. And I think that as we get better, our demos have to kind of keep up with our skill set.
Agreed. If you are far better in your performance than your demo, that's a boo-boo.
Yeah, shame on you.
That's a big boo-boo. And frankly, it should show where you're headed too. I think when we produce a demo sometimes for talent who are not as experienced, I don't care how long or how little you've been doing this. I care that you're right for it. I want you to show me from your demo, where do you fit into the industry? What is your long suit? And again, I think sometimes the more novice talent don't see how that advances. And there's times when they'll think, well, I think I'm better than my demo now, It's like, well, let's find out. And we'll get in there and we'll test the metal a little bit. And it should always be challenging. If you're not challenging that all the time, that's an issue. But I don't think you need to update your demo all the time. I think you need to have a demo that, and this is what Jeff and I are always aiming at, and there's no guarantee for this, but and it always is on a case-by-case basis, but our goal is for that track to last you 5 to 8 years, depending on the person, depending on the age range, depending on a lot of things, but I want that sucker to have good bones,
Fair to say that if someone's just gone through 6 or 8 months of intense training, though, they've been training with someone like you or like Jeff, and they've been doing weekly sessions for 6 months, then maybe they're going to have to update their demo after 6 months or 8 months, just based on the fact that they've progressed in their skill set.
Well, then that's not a seasoned producer then, really. A producer who can't produce you well from the beginning probably is not a strong enough producer really to produce your tracks, and it's my guess. They're not professional enough to open you up to the type of work that you're best suited to book. And that's really what that demo is for. Demonstrate to me what you do best and in what context that you fit in best. Where do you fit? And that takes a little more, you need someone who can really guide you that way. I would say so. We don't do 6 to 8 months of training when we do, typically, Jeff and I. We find out where you are, we get you on your feet and we get you going, and we can get great things out of you right out of the gate because we have techniques that are extraordinary, but you're an athlete in this scenario. You've got to keep rolling with it and keep maintaining that. Otherwise, if the only time you're working your chops is like really seriously 15 minutes to an hour a week, you're never going to get off the ground in terms of a career. You've got to put in the hours. No one can do that for you. You've got to actually do that,
So what I hear you saying is, Graeme, get rid of that 2012 reference in your demo. It's dating my demo.
Get it out of there. Yeah,
Fantastic.
it is. It is.
Kate, as always, thanks for the great advice.
Sure.